Chapter 77, Ramirez report. Suddenly barged in, exclaiming something. What did you say? Should have I respond thus? Ramirez is running, pointing at me. Behind her, Beretta is politely closing the door. I somehow felt the need to praise his efforts and running at me. I felt that Ramirez was brandishing something. Suddenly, a being Diablo dressed in fine clothes blocked her way. He had been quietly observing the conference from the end of the table until now, but he could not have permitted the intruder to act as they pleased. How should I say this? Ramirez was quickly restrained while struggling to get free. Wait, what are you doing? She said, with a pleasant person. Though I don't feel a shred of the demon lord's dignity from her, she is nonetheless a pleasant person. Rimuru-sama, I have restrained a suspicious individual. How should I proceed? She was screaming some foolishness regarding the city's demise. Should I dispose of her? Diablo came up to me and politely asked, Gee, I can't run away even using all my power. This guy is no small fry, is he? What? I asked. What is going on? What did I do? As always, she's damn noisy. Frankly, for her to run away from Diablo, who has twice as much magic power as she, is nigh impossible. So this is a demon lord, huh? Somehow, the reason I think demon lords are small fry may be completely her fault. Rimuru-sama, are you this fairy's acquaintance? Fuse asked. The conference came to a halt again. Couldn't she have barged in a bit later? Her inability to read the mood hasn't changed in the slightest. Yeah, the fairy Ramirez is indeed my acquaintance. She's also one of the demon lords, kinda, of sort of, or at least claims to be. Hey, what do you mean claims to be? I am feared as the strongest among the 10 great demon lords. The great Ramirez of the labyrinth is none other than me. She proudly exclaimed from within Diablo's restraints. It seems that she is completely oblivious to her completely lack of presence. Huh, a demon lord? This thing? The Goddard replied completely in line with my predictions. What? Shouldn't you be more surprised? I'm a demon lord, you know. What's with that word clans? No. Even if you claim to be one, you have been captured. Maybe they are all just relaxed as a result, is what I thought. But nah, I mean, Rimuru is a demon lord as well, so I expected him to have a few demon lord acquaintances. At this point, after being scared half up to death by Vildora's rebirth, these mundane declarations can hardly surprise me. They are looking at each other and nodding. I see, now that I think about it, that makes sense. In contrast to them, Vildora's rebirth. Aren't you all loony? Vildora's a small fry that I could have handled with a single punch. Hardly a guy to discuss. Well, his era is now over, you see. If you must fear somebody, fear me instead, she said while laughing loudly. If anything, talking would be her strong point, so I had her released and brought to Vildora's place. Sorry, Vildora, but could you fight her for a bit? She is a demon lord, so she won't die from your aura. Sorry, I'm currently busy solving a great mystery. The culprit is Yasu, solved, right? The culprit is Yasu, solved, right? So I leave her with you. I left these parting words and returned to my seat. Vildora opened his eyes wide, making a shocked face that screamed, why did you have to spoil who the culprit is? As for Ramirez, upon seeing Vildora, she immediately fainted, and silence returned to the room. Having such both of the troubled children out, we decided to conclude the conference there. In the end, we decided to release the king and have Marquis Miula and Muller and Count Herman seek liability, and we'll have Yomo jump on the opportunity. The Dwarf Kingdom, as a result of our recent victory, has declared the intent to form diplomatic relations with us. Sorcerer's Dynasty Sarian has also decided to openly recognize Tempest as a sovereign state, and once we build a highway leading to it, they will also pursue diplomacy with us. These two countries are not influenced by the Western Saints Church, so they can openly do so. Thus, Brumund Kingdom is the only remaining problem. It would be great if we could say farewell to the church, but I doubt the council will silently accept this, and that's what causing the most pain. But no matter which they choose, they'll get caught up in a conflict. I'll somehow persuade the top brass. When I do, we'll also seek diplomatic relations with you. You would accept it, right? He stressed the point. Of course, we would, though. Even from the perspective of profit and loss alone, Tempest, the country recognized by two of the strongest nations, military state Dwargon and Sorcerer's Dynasty Sarian, so surely they would be overjoyed at the change of establishing diplomacy with us. But if compared to sticking with all the council member states, it's unclear which way the scales will tip. I know the answer. At the moment, sticking with the council will be more profitable. However, within 10 years, we shall be at least their equal, and after 20, we shall leave them in the dust. Such is the definitive prediction made by Raphael by analyzing the available data. But I will not tell them this. They must choose for themselves, you see. Thus, our current problem is the Western Saints Church. We predict an inevitable clash with not only the Western Saints Church, but also the Holy Kingdom Rebellion. And that's a big problem. I mean, we need to win and display our usefulness and cooperation, so it's not like these problems will be easily resolved. Right now, everything depends on our actions. Thus ended the conference of various states with various expectations. This sudden meeting shall go down in history as an important turning point. Of course, we could not have known that at that time. Asterisk. In the middle of tidying up after the conference, I get the feeling that I was forgetting something. What is this? What the hell is this all about? Something noisy came. I remembered she had come over, her face full of tears, clearly seeking respite. It can't be helped. She fainted from seeing Voldora and upon awakening was guided into the world of manga. So without even noticing that the conference had come to an end, she's been hearing it talking Voldora the whole time. Noticing that everybody was moving around, she remembered her original objective in a panic. She is a very careful individual, so I don't expect anything important to come from her lips anyways. But upon hearing her words, the foreigner guests stopped their departure preparations, and remembering the existence known as Ramirez, they began to return to their seats. Pleased with the sight, she arched her back, emphasizing her beautiful chest, and I'll say it again, the tempest country shall fall, she declared. Well, what did you say? Read in monotone. What did you say? I asked as a kind of Aizuchi, Pufun. Well, it's not like I wish for such an outcome, so be grateful that I have come all the way to deliver this report. Her words have become very condescending. Playing along with will only prolong this, so let's get to the point. So why will we fall? She turned serious upon hearing these words and looked over the gathered officials once, and after a little thought, well, it's not like this doesn't concern humans. So okay, listen up. By Demon Lord Clayman's proposal, the Demon Lords shall hold the Walpurgis banquet. Supporting him are Demon Lords Frey and Milim. As it was proposed by 3 Demon Lords, it has been accepted. An invitation has reached me as well. The discussion at the banquet is avenging the murder of Demon Lord Carrion, and the culprit has been named. It's the presumptuous idiot who called themselves a Demon Lord Rimuru. Did you, by any chance, call yourself one? She asked with a serious face, completely benefiting the aloof Ramirez. The gathered trembled at her words. Seems like it was a serious matter after all. By the way, who's Demon Lord Carrion? I don't remember fighting him though. It is true that I have called myself a Demon Lord, but I don't know anything about Demon Lord Carrion's murder. Wait a minute. Is it true that Karin-sama has been murdered? Interrupting my words, Lucius barged into the conversation. Could he be Karin's subordinate? Demon Lord Ramirez, please answer me. Has Karin-sama truly fallen? But wait a second, can you please not barge in while people are talking? But whatever, it does seem that Rimuru did not kill him. So there's some evil ploy unfolding here. This time for the great detective Ramirez, right? At this point, the one who announced it is the most suspicious. In other words, the culprit is the Demon Lord Clayman. Completely ignoring Lucius' words, she jumped straight to the conclusion. However, though it pains me to no end, her conclusion is affirmed by Wisdom King Raphael. As for her, she's just reciting the line she read from a manga a second ago. Hey, I also agree with that hypothesis, but please answer Lucius' question. Has Demon Lord Carrion truly been defeated? The gathered fell silent, awaiting her response. For these large countries, it's a big deal if a Demon Lord gets defeated. It signifies the loss of balance among the Demon Lords, but Ramirez is unconcerned. Such matters, without a care, huh? I don't know. That's the contents of the invitation said to me. She nonchalantly replied, she's a kid after all, though I guess it's good enough that she bothered to come to let us know. So for what purpose did you let us know this? Oh, the thing is I was worried thinking what would happen to Beretta if you died. So deciding to become your ally, I came over, which is why I'll create an entrance to my labyrinth here, okay? Hey, why are you discussing it all at once? What do you mean, an entrance to your labyrinth? I'm grateful for the warning, but this is a separate matter. And aren't you treating Beretta like your own thing already? Isn't it fine? Don't worry about the small things. More importantly, Beretta wanted to say hi. Hey, come over here. Without listening to others at all, she just says whatever she feels like saying. Feels like the conversation came to a close. What a ridiculous free-willed individual she is. Anyways, we decided to disperse, not like we'd get any more information out of Ramirez anyways, promising to let our guests know should any new information arrive. They left satisfied, and the conference being over, we made preparations for their leave. While for the Dwarf Kingdom, we only had to cut the connection though. As for Fuse, he'll rest today here and then return to Vermont. Duke Ilalud wanted to talk with his daughter more, so he'll be spending a few days. It was truly an impromptu conference, but many important individuals gathered, and though we had a selfish ferry barge on us, I judged the conference a fruitful one. Thus, our impromptu conference came to a close. Asterisk. Now then, after switching rooms, I had gathered the departments, along with Yomo, Mulan, and Grucius. Though we are using the small conference room, we were all able to find a seat. According to what Fuse has gathered, Walpurgis banquet is a night where all the Demon Lords gather. The 3 voices are needed to schedule it, a gathering of truly powerful individuals. Absentees have to be prepared to face severe consequences, as this is a covenant established between all the selfish Demon Lords. In the first place, this happen really rarely and are hardly mentioned in human literature, but still the name Walpurgis banquet is typically associated with the beginning of a great holy magic war, the last one being over 1,000 years ago and resulted in myriad casualties and great calamities. Thus, it is commonly known as the banquet that brings chaos and destruction into the lands. Their current target is Rimuru, so you best be prepared. Worst case scenario, you will have 8 Demon Lords as enemies. That's if we trust Demon Lord Ramirez's words, that is. Fuse said, worrying for me. Well, I'll do something about it, I said to reassure him. Being hunted by Demon Lords, though, cut me some slack. Thus, I decided to hold a countermeasures meeting. Now then, I understand that it feels like we are continuing the conference indefinitely, but please bear with me. We are currently gathered here regarding Demon Lord's Walpurgis banquet. According to Ramirez's report, I am their target. What do you think we should do? Anyways, I'll ask for their opinion first, as I always do. Yes, Sean excitedly raised her hand when he pointed at her. How about we cut out all the Demon Lords? Calling on an idiot, my bad. I felt a blood vessel pop on my head. Hadn't something like this happened before? Sean, how would you cut them down? Do you have a realistic opinion? She hung her head in shame upon hearing my words. However, it seems strange that Demon Lord Nilim had supported the notion. It's not suspicious if you ask me. So I pointed out. I also thought the same. Right, I can't imagine Nilim-sama betraying Rimuru-sama. It's baseless intuition, but I trust my intuition, Benimaru said. Let's see, though he has no proof, huh? The thing is, I don't feel that I was betrayed by Nilim. Wisdom King Raphael too, though he has little data regarding this, mentioned that unless there was some great change, such an outcome is impossible. I decided to believe in Nilim. Kufufufu. Well, if it comes down to fight against all the Demon Lords, let's just crush them. Frankly, Demon Lord Rimuru-sama alone will be enough. Sean nodded, happy that someone else agreed with her. Exactly. Isn't it wonderful to be a newcomer? He took the words right out of my mouth. They all nodded. Why has it come to this? By the looks of it, more than half are in a complete agreement with Vildora. The Let's Be Careful party is composed of Gabil and Gerudo only. Everyone's waving to go. Bloodlust just filled the room. Suddenly, the meeting was dominated by the war party. Wait a second. Relax. Anyways, we have all agreed that Nilim could not have betrayed me. So something must have happened. As Ramirez mentioned earlier, the culprit might just be Clayman. So we should think upon what has occurred. I was successful at diverting the conversation from its dangerous course. Let's get to the main point. Right. Great Detective Ramirez's intuition was spot on. In that case, shouldn't we just blow Clayman away? I see. That makes sense. Alright, I'll go and cut that guy down. Hey, wait, relax a bit, Sean. Stop getting ready to go. Benimaru and Zoe, you too. Seriously, this is not going in the direction I wanted it to, and Ramirez is getting carried away as well. By the way, why? Why do you have so many powerful devils lying around here? At this point, isn't it fine for me to have Beretta? She continued. What a troubling person, she just doesn't give up, and noticing that my comrades are strong, she's getting carried away herself. Her selfishness knows no bound. Would it be fine? I do not believe Karin-sama has fallen, but would you be willing to bring me to this Walpurgis banquet? Grusha said. I might. Only the Demon Lord and 2 to 3 escorts can attend the banquet. Individuals not involved in the banquet would be killed, Ramirez responded. On that note, I thought of something I wanted to ask. Hey, can you let them know that I will be participating? Everyone's eyes focused on me. I mean, if I'm being hunted, I might as well go and meet them myself. This might also serve as a good test for the new barrier. And worst comes to worst, I have the confidence to run away. So rather than prowling the shadows, doesn't attacking them head on sound more fun? More importantly, I will never again let the city suffer a casualty. If you're planning on attacking my friends, you have got to be prepared for my response. Seems like I've turned into a muscle for brains as well. Quahaha. He's raring to go. Very well, I shall also go. With me attending, the Demon Lord shall know bottomless fear. Yes, if Master Velchan is going, I too will be safe. With Beretta, what as well? My defenses are perfect. No, I'm not planning on protecting you at all though. Wait, that's so cold, Master Velchan. And what's with this master thing? I don't know when, but they have become manga buddies. Being friends is good and all, but that feeling doesn't seem to be reciprocated. Thus, via a dedicated Demon Lord channel, Ramirez let them know that I will be participating in the banquet. What a pointlessly high-level skill. It allows communication via space manipulation. While she's busy with that, Beretta came up to greet me. I congratulate you on becoming a Demon Lord. I too have received a blessing thanks to your evolution, and wish to say thanks. As a result, I have evolved from an art doll into a chaos doll. He said, deeply bowing. He acquired unique skills in Demon Union. As a result, he nullifies essentially as all physical or magical attacks. And by combining demonic and saint powers, he evolved into a chaos doll. So, for example, while the Arc doll could not have moved in the holy barrier I was trapped in, he now evolved beyond it. New spirit cores awakened within his body, and by mixing with the magic ones, they became saint demon ones. I really want to study him, but it's not the time for that now. As long as you're healthy. Once this incident ends, let's talk a bit. Your words are wasted on someone like me. I am looking forward to such a time. Yeah, I'm also happy that you're listening to what Ramirez is saying. Well, as long as you ignore any unreasonable orders, if anything happens due to Walpurgis banquet, I'm counting on you. Leave it to me. I will live up to your expectations. After such an exchange, Beretta sat down. Since Ramirez had only one subordinate, Lucius came along with her. Mulan also wanted to settle her grudge, but Yomo stopped her. While her battle power is a little lacking, so Beretta and Lucius will attend along with Ramirez. While I was sick, talking with Beretta, Sean was looking at me with a pained expression. She's bound to rampage if I don't bring her. So I decided on Sean as one of my escorts, and calling Rangra from within my shadow. I hope you would choose me. I will not lose to the likes of some demon lords. How reliable. So it's decided. Benimer and Zoe are disappointed, but they'll just have to get over it. There's also the job of ensuring the city's defense. Along with Gabil and Gerudo, we have a solid defense system. On a 1 in a million chance, the church census of subjugation team Aya had job to observe the region. Destroying Templars in order to bring down the holy barrier takes priority after all. So maybe I should leave Zoe on guard duty as well. While waiting for Ramirez's response, we are busy doing menial tasks. In the end, my participation was recognized. The demon lords may have just thought it inconvenient to have to go all the way out here to attack, but this presents a wonderful opportunity. I now have acquired the right to participate in Walpurgis banquet. The demon lords I am fated to meet Leon Cromwell and Clayman, but this time my target is Clayman. I have not forgotten the Orc Lord incident. There's also Milan's case, and more importantly, I worry about Milin. Say your prayers, you made me your enemy. I am not so naive as to forgive my enemies, as long as you're not a beautiful girl. End of chapter 77.